By the end of this video, you will be able to save data in Django models using CSV file. So before we get started, make sure to subscribe to our channel, like this video and also comment. To follow along, you have to go to my GitHub link which is given in the description and select the template branch and check out that code. And you have to do the following steps in order to continue. Once you check out the template branch, you will have this folder structure whereby src is the project and populate app is the app inside the project. I have made two changes. First, in settings.py, that is I have added these two apps, that is populate app and REST framework. And second, in urls.py, that is over here, I have included the REST frameworks URLs and also the view set which I created its routes. So let me close this, and inside populate we have only few things. That is, first of all, in model we have one model called as product, which has first of all field as user, which is foreign key to the Django's user model. Then we have a category which is care field, but it has choices and the choices available are on top, that is electronics, books and computers. And then we have price, name and description and quantity. So this is the model. Then we go to views.py. Inside this we just have two things. First of all, product serializer and then product view set. Now the idea is to create an endpoint that will help us to upload CSV file and use that CSV file's data and to populate the data in product model. So without any further ado, let's get started. We have to import few things. That is, since I'm going to use CSV, so I need to import CSV. So import CSV. This is inbuilt one, so we don't have to install this package. Then also we need some few more things. So let me do that. From django.core.files.base, I'm going to import content file. This is one that I wanted to import, and one more I have to import, that is files to system storage. That will come from django.core.files.storage import files system storage. Okay, so that was from the Django's core. And now from a REST framework we need to import few more things. So first of all, I need since I'm going to create a new endpoint, so I need action for that. So that I'm going to import from decorators, from Django REST framework dot decorators import action. And we need to import response. When file is uploaded and data is populated, we need to reply to the user saying something, so that will require us a response. Now let's start by creating our endpoint. So for that we need to specify action, which will take detail as false, and also it will take in method. So since I'm going to post the file, so I'm going to put it over here, post, and I'm going to call this endpoint as upload data, which takes in two parameters. First of all, self and then request. And now we need to take in the file which was sent from the post request. So that will be done by file is equal to, it will come in request and request dot files and whatever you send it as. So I'll send it as file. Once we have file, we need to read the contents of the file, which will be file dot read. Now before proceeding further, let me tell you some concept. Right now the file which I got from the request is in memory file and it cannot be directly given to this CSV reader since it is in memory file. So what we have to do is we have to store this file somewhere on our server and then open that file and use that file in CSV reader and populate the data. So for that I need to save the file, right? So let's go ahead and do that. So it will be file content will be content file, and I'll pass the content which I got in previous step, and then I'm going to create a file name. File name will be by saving it. Okay, so let me do it over here and then I'll tell you what I have done. So I'm going to save it as _temp.csv file, and what will be its content? Its content will be the file content which I just created in the last step. Okay, and what is this fs? So let me declare it over here. So fs will be the file storage system that we imported here. So let me just copy paste it, and then whatever the path I want to store it in. So I just want to store it in temp folder. Okay, and this will be location. If you ask me why am I declaring this on top, because we are going to use this at two places, so that's why I have declared this on top to follow the drive property. Now that we have saved our file, let's open the file as temporary file. TMP file will be fs.path. This will pass the file name that we created in the previous step. Now that we took the file from the request, we read its content and saved it, and now we have temporary file available in this variable. Let's go ahead and give it to the CSV. For that we need to do this. CSV file will be, we need to open that file first. So open temp file, and I need to ignore any errors. Okay, so errors will be ignored. Now that we have opened the CSV file, we need to read it. So csv.reader, and we'll pass in the CSV file. Of course we want to store this in some variable, so I'll call it as reader. Now I'm going to do one step which might look confusing to you right now, but you will understand it later on. So just follow along. Next reader, and I'll explain it very soon. Now that we have our reader available, we can iterate over this and save the data. But before that, I want to show you the file which I'm going to upload. This is the file, CSV file that I'm going to upload. It will have same fields as available on the product model, that is user, category, price, name, description and quantity. And then we are going to iterate over each of these rows and save it in the DB. As you can see, this is also considered to be a row in CSV file. So we need to skip this because this is just the headers. For that I have done this step, that is next reader. So it will proceed to one step further. So now let's continue further. For that we need to create a for loop. So for id row in enumerate of reader. So this enumerate reader will return me ID and the row. And since we have already skipped the header over here, so we can directly proceed by selecting the rows and saving it in the database. So since we have user, then category, then we also have price, name, description and quantity. These are all the fields. These will come from the row. Since a row contains same data as these, so that's why we can directly assign it as a row over here, and all the data will be split. Now we have all the data available over here. We can directly save that in product model right here itself. But imagine if you have 1000 rows, this means that we will hit the database 1000 times over here. So instead of doing that, let's use Django's bulk create to create these outside the for loop. So for that we need a list of products. So I'll call it as product list, and product list will have, for every loop I will go on appending the data, and I'll call it as product and use all this data to store. Now we have all the data available in product list. Let's do the bulk create method outside the for loop. So the syntax is product, that is model objects dot bulk create, and pass in the list. And this is how you will be able to save all the data at once without hitting the database multiple times in the for loop. After this, once the data is uploaded, we need to also make sure to return message to the user. So for that, I'll do return response that we imported, and I'll say the message is successfully uploaded the data. So and this endpoint creation is done. So now comes the testing part. For that, we need to go inside our main source directory, project directory, and after that we have to migrate first. So python manage.py migrate. This will do the migrations on the database and will create a SQLite 3 database. Once that is done, if you see in the models.py, we have product model, but in order to upload data we need to have a user. So let's create first user, that is admin. So that will be by python manage.py create super user. I'll call it as admin, email as blank, give it some password. Yes. And now all we have to do is run the server. Python manage.py run server. Now that server is running, let's go to the Postman and try to upload a file. Here in Postman, we need to do a post request, because over here, while creating the endpoint, we have specified it to be a method as post. So post request. Now what will be the URL? So let me show you all on the browser. We are going to localhost 8000 and we have products. So let's go to the products. Right now nothing is there because everything is blank, and then if you see over here in extra actions, there is one called as upload data. This is the same one which we just created over here. The same name will be available. So this will be the link to upload the file, and as you can see we have just specified the method as post, so get method is not allowed. So let's go ahead and take this URL and try to upload a file. Switch to Postman, paste the URL, and in body we have to select the form data because we are uploading a file, and I will call this as file because in files I have given this as file name, file. So same will come over here, and this won't be a text but a file. So let's select the file. I'm going to go to my desktop because that's where I have saved it, and that is the test file, and let's send. So okay, so a small error has occurred, and I think I know why. Since Django creates ID field internally, and we did not specify the user field to be mapped with which field, so that's why this error occurred. So we are going to do that quickly. User will be user. We want category to be stored in category field, price to be stored in price field, and all this. Let me do it quickly. And there we go. Now let's try to upload the file again. Send. Yes, a small error again. I'm sorry about that. This is a foreign key. So over here it is expected to be a foreign keys object and not direct ID. So for that we are going to change this. Instead of user, we are going to use user underscore ID, so that we are specifying that we are giving the ID of that user and not the entire object. Let's do it. And there we go, successfully uploaded the data. Let's go to the products URL for listing all the products, and there we can see there is two objects available, the ones which we uploaded from here. First one was electronics, price 10, name 1, electronics, name 1, price 10. Yes. So that is how we upload data in Django models using CSV file. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe.